as a symbol of the unity of men and women. It is a ritual that honors the gods and contains prayers for a bountiful harvest. It also takes place in a festive mood where all villagers cooperate with one another. It is called the 기지시 줄다리기, a traditional tug-of-war that is held in the hopes for a good harvest. Kiji Market is situated in the middle region of Korea. The Kiji Market area is famous for the tug-of-war that pits one team from the upriver village against another team from the downriver village. A local road is the boundary line that separates these two villages. The 기지시 줄다리기 is an old traditional game that brings people together after the autumn harvest, and they work alongside each other to make a tug-of-war rope made from rice straws.
기지시 줄다리기는 장터를 중심으로 주변 몇십 개 마을에 주민들이 대규모로 참여하여 수상수하로 나누어져서 승부를 가르는 대규모 행사입니다. 줄난장 한 번 하고 나면 3년 먹고 산다라고 하는 말이 전해지고 있는데, 난장이라는 표현처럼 그리고 해방 이전까지도 상인들의 대규모 지원이 있었던 것에서 짐작할 수 있듯이 기지시 줄다리기는 대표적인 시장 민속 중의 하나였습니다.
As a book about the economics of farming, the Imwon Gyeongjeji was published at the Joseon Dynasty era. According to this book, Kiji Market was once a thriving place where the market used to open 12 times a month. As a transportation hub, the Kiji Market area traded in many local products.
기지시라는 것은 그 시자 붙은 것은 기지시가 그 중간에 있어가지고 모든 사람이 기시를 거쳐서 기시 와서 이제 숙박도 하고 놀기도 하고.
기지시 줄다리기 was once a big festival that drew crowds from far away.
난장선 이 앞이 장터역으로다가 먹는 거 뭐 장난감 뭐 엄청났지 그때는.
In the 기지시 줄다리기, people from the surrounding villages gather together to drink and play in a festival that contains wishes for an abundant harvest.
재밌긴 울었지. 그저 밤낮으로 정갈하지 않고 동네 사람들이 다 나서서 같이 협조하고 춤도 추고 여자들 쫓아다니면서 춤도 추고.
The tug-of-war tradition took hold in Kiji Market due to its geographical location. The string of villages around Kiji Market formed the shape of a centipede, and so the villagers decided to fashion a rope in the likeness of a centipede. They would press down on this rope, believing that it would bring them good fortune if they did so.
수상이 이기면 국태가 편안하대요. 아주 나라가 편안하대요. 아주
이왕 트는 거
풍년이 되고.
더 길게 틀어서.
기지시 줄다리기 emerged from the unique geographical characteristics of this area to become a celebrated tradition. As the people from these farming villagers mainly wish for a bountiful harvest, rice straws that were once laden with rice grains are used to make the tug-of-war rope. There is a symbolic meaning to this, because rice was a staple grain. To make the tug-of-war rope, rice straws were twisted together. Two people work together to twist the rice straws. While one person twists the rice straws to make a rope, the other person will use a wooden stick to twist the rope.
이렇게 서서 이렇게 딱 보면은 그거 그냥 갖다 집 대니까 이거 뭐 쉬울 것 같은데 실제로 해보면 그렇지 않거든요. 이 집이 언제든지 요 밑으로 이렇게 들어가야 돼요. 이렇게 그래야 이렇게 싹 말아 들어가죠.
To make a sturdy rope, the rice straw must first go underneath when twisting them together. If the rice straw is laid on the top or in the middle during the twisting process, then gaps will form and it will render the rope useless. The rope they are making now is the foundation rope that will be used to make the big tug-of-war rope. The eventual 200-meter-long tug-of-war rope will be made out of 530 foundation ropes.
거의 한 달 걸리죠. 한 20한 7, 8일 이렇게 걸리니까 한 달 잡아야 돼요. 그 준비에서부터는 한 달이 좀 넘는다고 봐야 되고.
After 530 foundation ropes are made, work begins to make the hand grip ropes. These are made by folding the foundation ropes so that they hang out from the main rope. This is the rope that the players will pull on during the tug-of-war.
먼 줄도 있고 첫 줄도 있고 또 머리 쌓는 줄도 있고 달는 줄도 있고 별줄 다 있어요. 옆에다 달는 줄도 있고 사람이 이렇게 붙잡고 달는 줄도 조그맣게 또 맨들이 하고 옛날로 말하면 그 지네발식으로 다 해갖고서 보통만한 게 아니고 그러니까
Around 3,000 hand grip ropes of various lengths are attached to the main rope and spaced about 1 or 2 meters apart from each other. Now, work can begin to make the big tug-of-war rope. The name Kijishi means a pond for washing clothes because there is a local pond in Kiji. A precious treasure is kept in this pond.
큰 줄 끄는 줄틀이요. 줄틀이 들어있거든요. 이게 여기다 담그지 않고 그냥 이렇게 내놓아 놓으면 갈라지고 썩어서 오래 쓸 수가 없어요.
The instrument for twisting ropes into a large rope is kept underneath water in this pond to prevent it from cracking. It was built 450 years ago and made from hardwood, which does not easily bend out of shape. First, the trivets of the instrument are secured to the ground and straw ropes are tied to the intersecting points. Then a holding compartment for the ropes is set on top of the trivet, which has 3 big holes on the top. After this, a round drum is attached to the apparatus. When this round drum is rotated, it will twist the ropes that will be inserted into the holes of the trivet. The instrument has been fully installed. Now the instrument will be used to twist the big rope. First, 70 foundation ropes are laid down on the ground. Then they are tied to each other to create a long rope. Next, the front part of the connected rope is inserted into the hole and tightly secured to the frame. After this, the round drum is rotated. As the drum rotates, it will pull the rope and begin twisting it. Many people will stand below the instrument to ensure that the long, heavy rope will be made properly. This process is repeated to make 2 more large ropes. The final 3 ropes will be twisted together to make the main part of the tug-of-war rope. The front parts of each rope are tied together and then inserted into the hole of the instrument, where they are secured to the frame. The other end of the ropes are tied together as well, and secured to the rope twisting instrument. When the instrument is operated on both sides, the 3 big ropes will be twisted into one larger rope. Slim poles are inserted between the ropes to prevent the ropes from getting tangled in the wrong way. It will also have the effect of binding the ropes tighter. Next, the panels on both sides of the instrument are operated simultaneously. The subsequent turning movement will twist the 3 ropes into one rope.
어찌게 옛날에 이걸 생각해서 그렇게 했는지 참 그걸 알 수가 없단 말이죠. 이걸 어찌게 이렇게 고안을 했는지 참 지금 사람들 이거 이렇게 나무 가지고 이렇게 저 술투를 만들려면 아마 분만일 것 같아요. 예? 이거 한번 와서 보고서 만드는 거는 좀 하겠지만은 그냥 세 가닥을 꼴 수 있게 매겨놓으라 하면 아마 부들 것 같아요. 이거.
The 20-ton rope with a diameter of 2 meters is finally made after deploying the ingenuity of ancient Koreans with a team of villagers working together in harmony. A second large rope is made with these same methods. The tug-of-war is played with 2 large ropes connected to each other. A loop is then made to connect the 2 massive ropes. The front end of each rope is bent into the shapes of a loop. This is called the head of the rope. The oval-shaped loop is called a male rope, and it will support the weight of the circular female rope, which is larger. These loops represent the harmony of yin and yang forces, and they are also symbols of a bountiful harvest. Now it is time to make the linchpin that will connect the male and female loops. The linchpin is made from large tree wood, which is relatively heavier than other types of wood and known for its toughness. The surface of the large wood is wrapped with straw ropes so that it won't slip through the connecting loops. These ropes will also fill in any gaps and keep it securely in place. Next, the side ropes that people will pull on during the tug-of-war need to be attached. First, a wooden peg is passed through the enormous rope. Side ropes are then inserted into the gaps made by the wooden peg. The ropes are then tied in place. After this is done, hand grip ropes are attached to these side ropes. A massive rope that looks like a dragon with hundreds of centipede-like feet is finished at last. The only work that remains is to watch over the rope, which took over a month to build by a team of villagers until the tug-of-war game is held.
이 줄 어느 부위가 됐던 바늘 하나만 그 자리에 꽂아놓으면 그 자리가 딱 끊어진다는 이런 전설이 있어요. 그래서 옛날부터 이제 이 줄을 지키죠. 이제 큰 줄이 이제 완성이 이렇게 되면은 누가 혹시 와서 바늘을 꽂던가 또 옛날에 그 양잿물 그거를 갖다 여기다 몇 방울만 떨어뜨리면 이게 집이 그냥 녹아 없어져 버리거든요. 싹 내려가면서. 그래서 그런 거 때문에 수상 두목, 수와 두목들이 같이 이제 이렇게 지키고 있죠. 그런 거 방지하러.
The villagers take turns watching over the rope that is now regarded as a guardian spirit. One day before the tug-of-war will be played, a procession of villagers head to the shrine of a tutelary deity to beseech the villagers' guardian spirit to bring them good fortune and a bountiful harvest. Flags representing each village is placed at the shrine. The rite begins. In the manner of a Confucian rite, the villagers pray to their ancestors to bring them good fortune and a good harvest. Then they perform a rite with Buddhist influences, where they comfort the souls of the deceased with kind words. They also pray that their own souls will be able to reach heaven. The rite then ends with a shaman custom, where everyone prays to the gods of heaven and earth that nobody will get injured during the tug-of-war. Again, they pray for a plentiful harvest and good health.
이 지역이 편안하고 풍년이 들어서 우리 지역 주민들, 국민들이 잘 먹고 살게 해달라는 그런 내용으로 제사를 모시고, 축문 내용에도 시장이 번창하고 농사가 풍년이 들고 또 직금 순조해서 우리 직물 짜는데 순조롭게 해달라는 그런 내용을 산신령님께 제사를 지내는 것이 우리 당제의 그 뜻입니다.
After performing the rites at the shrine of the tutelary deity, they head to the well in the village square to carry out the Dragon King ritual ceremony. They pray that the aquifers will continue to provide them with plenty of clean water for their rice paddies and farmland.
좀이 상처는 비가 많이 내려서 풍년이
When the Dragon King ritual ceremony is over, an exorcism is held in an open space in the market. All the villagers pray that their teams will win the tug-of-war tomorrow. On the day of the tug-of-war event, the villagers rise early to carry straw ropes on their shoulders.
거기는 사람이 다 붙어대릴 수가 없으니까 이제 젖줄을 달아서 이렇게 이제 쫙 이제 지네발만 이렇게 버려놓고 사람이 붙어대려서.
As people from numerous villages will participate in the tug-of-war, they also bring flags that represent their villages to the event.
천하지 대번 이건 앞대고서 이게 풍악을 갖추고 일도 하고, 그래서 이 자연불학단의 이 기가 이를 가지고 있는 원인이 이 기가 있으면 농악이 따라다니게 돼 있어요. 그렇게 해서 이 농사짓고 일하는 사람들은 그 수는 사람들이라, 그 사람도 나이를 많이 먹으면 노인대도 봤더. 이 기도 오래된 기는 그 야중에 생긴 기가 대우를 해줬지. 그래서 꼭 절하고.
The village flags salute the Kijishi Chuldarigi flag that bears a drawing of a dragon.
우리 동네에서 한 50명 왔어요. 농악 2대 오고, 깃발 2대 오고, 차 30대 오고. 아, 불아래가 이겨, 풍년도 불아래가 이겨. 불아래가 이겨. 저녁마다 풍년 들으니까 불아래가 이겨야 돼.
Before the tug-of-war begins, a sacrificial rite, which honors the gods, is held to pray for good fortune again. After honoring the gods, the enormous rope that took 1 month to build is carried to the village square by hundreds of people. Pulling a 20-ton rope is not an easy task. Shouting a team chant that means going forward alone, the villagers of Kijishi carry the massive dragon-shaped rope that contains their wishes for a bountiful harvest. The dust that is stirred up as the rope is dragged to the village center is considered to be a symbol of the rain and wind that ensues when a dragon appears from the sky. It is quite a sight to behold when people from different villages drag the enormous dragon-like rope together. They finally bring the rope to the center where the tug-of-war game will take place. First, the male loop is inserted into the female loop. This is a symbolic moment, since a union of the male and female loops is known to represent prosperity and the birth of many babies. Then the linchpin is inserted into the male and female loops and secured tightly. The tug-of-war game finally begins after the two teams line up on each side. As they pull the hand grip ropes, villagers cheer on the sidelines. The team of the downriver village pull the female rope, while the upriver village team are on the side of the male rope. After a difficult match, the downriver village wins. When the tug-of-war ends, the people swarm over the rope to take away parts of it.
먹으면 허리 안 아프고 병원 친대요. 아들 날라고. 우리 딸
시집 갔어요.
종갓집이로 갔는데 딸만 둘이요.
아들 낳아야 돼.
이놈 같다 했다.
The tug-of-war rope that was taken apart into pieces and carried off by the villagers are later thrown on top of their roofs, believing that a bountiful harvest will arrive.
그렇게 원이던 성인은 물아래가 했지. 아주 이건 예전서부터 그 출례가 내려온겨. 물아래가 이게 이 풍작이 된다고 해갖고. 풍년들아.
The land is covered with green foliage in the springtime. On the day the farmers will transplant rice, a light drizzle begins to fall. It seems that the heavens kept their promises to deliver a bountiful harvest as the farmers prayed for. The villagers of Kiji will make another tug-of-war rope next year to celebrate another festival with much merrymaking and prayers for good fortune.